In today's video, I'm gonna quickly cover how you can upload data in bulk right from within your Google Ads interface. One option is to go to Google Ads Editor. That's a separate tool you can use, Google Ads Editor. It's a separate tool provided by Google that you can use to upload data. But sometimes you just want to, let's say, download a bunch of ads from your existing campaigns, modify the ads, and upload them directly to your Google Ads account through the Google Ads interface. So in those scenarios, this process is going to really come in handy. Is going to save you a lot of time. But the only caveat is if you don't have existing ads or ad groups or campaigns, you won't be able to upload new campaigns or new ad groups or new ads through a direct upload from a sheet or from a CSV file. Right, so if we go to, let's say, if we navigate to tools and go to uploads and click on new, it's going to give us these template options we can download, right? So depending on what we want to upload, so let's say we want to upload responsive search ads, so I can download this CSV template and take a look what this contains. I need to fill all these fields, and the headers are there. So we have, let's say, row type action ads. So you can either just download this template and start filling this on your own, right? So but you have to pull up a few, let's say, information pieces in the form of ad group ID, campaign ID, and let's say ad ID. If you don't have the ad ID, the ad group ID, or campaign ID, you won't be able to, for example, upload ads to specific, let's say, campaigns, and within a specific ad group, it's gonna return some errors. So the best way to do it is you can simply, if you want to add, if you want to add new ads to your account, you can just maybe create 2 3 just random headlines for that ad, just so that you have the skeleton there, and you can download the sheet, and then you can update the actual, let's say, headlines and descriptions and other assets in your file, and you can re-upload them, right? So for example, I want to download, let's say, the ads for some campaigns, right? So let's say I have these campaigns for, let's say, three standard search campaigns, and I might have, let's say, one ad group within each campaign, or maybe more than one. In some cases, in this case, we have, let's say, 3 to 4 ad groups, and within each ad group we have, let's say, 2 ads, right? So if I go to, let's say, the ads, I have altogether around 10 ads here, right? Now what I need to do is, in order for me to edit these ads, one way is just to go here, click on this edit button, and start doing the edit one by one, right? Another option could be for you to use a tool like Google Ads Editor, and over there you can just go through individual ads and edit them one by one. But there's still a better and more efficient approach, and that is, for you to download this file. Let's say click on download, click on more options, make sure that this editable column for bulk upload is checked, right? And you can choose the file format. So let's say we're gonna go with Google Sheet and download it. Once the file is downloaded, you're gonna open that up and look through the data, right? So now here we have all the columns filled for these ads. The variables that we want to, let's say, change might include the headlines. We have up to 15 headlines in the case of responsive search ads, and 4 descriptions, so we can change these, right? The rest of the info is already filled for us, no changes are required. So importantly, the ad IDs, we have these ad IDs, we have the ad group IDs, we have the campaign IDs. If you don't have these once filled, we won't be able to upload the data for any specific ad group within a campaign. So now we have these pre-filled. What we are going to want to do is just update the headlines and descriptions, right? So for example, we have the final URLs as well. If you want to change the URLs, we can do that. If you want to change, let's say, any custom, let's say, path, we can change these things. We can change the names as well if we want. But essentially, we just want to, let's say, change the headlines and descriptions. So you can do that. So the way the normal process, as far as I'm concerned, is whenever I'm gonna have to create a new campaign, I go through this planning phase where I do everything on paper, right, before uploading the assets to the Google Ads interface. I do the entire planning on a, let's say, Google Sheet, where I have the campaign and how many campaigns are, how many ad groups are going to be structured within each campaign. So the entire campaign structure is going to be determined in the planning phase. So we have, let's say, 2 ad groups, and within each ad group we have, let's say, 2 standard 2 responsive ads, right? And we have the headlines, the descriptions, and any URL paths we want to customize, and we have the final URLs, etc. So altogether these are 10 ads. Now once I have this planned sheet in front of me, it's going to be a lot easy for me to update my data, right? So I have downloaded, let's say, this file from Google Ads, and now I see here that I need to, let's say, this is going to be the headline 1 for ad group 1, this is going to be the headline 1 for ad group 2, etc., etc. I have the group names as well, right? So in here I see that I have this campaign, and I have, let's say, 3 ad groups within the same campaign, 2 ad groups within another campaign, 2 ad groups within another campaign, and 2 ad groups within another campaign called, let's say, RAUS Search Boxes Roll Program, right? So now I have this thing aligned this way. Now what I have to do is I'm gonna have to kind of organize my planning sheet as well, according to the same, let's say, the same order. So we have, let's say, core holiday gifts, and these are the 3 ads at the top, and then we have the corporate gift boxes, right, the second one, and then we have the rolled recipients, the same order that follows here, and the last ones are these. So now it's really easy for me to upload this data. What I'm gonna have to do now is go to the top, click on, let's say, this filter option, enable this filter option for the headers, and then click here, and then you can, let's say, clear first of all data, and then you can just say headline 1, right? Choose headline 1. So now this is gonna pull up the headline 1 for all the, let's say, 10 ad groups that we have in the exact same order, right? So I'm just gonna come here and paste. So this is gonna save me time. Similarly, I can just come back to my sheet and click, let's say, uncheck this and headline 2, right? I can choose these and copy these, go here, update my headlines. Depending on how many headlines do I have, and for how many ad groups within the campaign, I can update all of those as per my plan. And once I'm done, what I can do is, once the sheet is ready, I will head over to my Google Ads account, and then tools, go to uploads, and over here, since I have this data already uploaded, but just for, let's say, demo purposes, we change one or two, do small tweak here and there, it's gonna show that we uploaded this data and it successfully processed. So let's say if you go to Google Ads Uploads and click on this plus icon, it's gonna ask us to select the source. In our case, it's gonna be Google Sheet, and make sure you have shared your Google Sheet with this ID, right? So when you create a sheet, you're gonna have to make sure that your sheet is shared with Google's provided ID, right? So in this case, this one already shared. So just paste it and select editor, and you can send it, right? Once it's done, click this URL, come back to Google, and link to an existing Google Sheet. Just paste it in the field, in the search field, and press enter. It's going to pull that up, select it, and insert. Over here you can choose the default campaigns, and in my case I'm using an MCC account, so it's going to give me two options. If you are using individual account, this one will be default selected. So I'm going to have to apply to this individual campaign only, and I will press apply. Right, this is gonna take a bit of time, maybe 1 to 2 minutes, right, for it to process. But that is pretty much to it. This is how you upload the data to your Google Ads account directly from the Google Ads interface itself, and in just a matter of a minute or 2 minutes you are going to be able to upload the refreshed data that can easily take you more than 15 to 20 minutes. The file got successfully uploaded, and two successful changes, right? You just made two little changes. In your case, if you are uploading the entire data, it's gonna show more successful changes in here. So I hope this was helpful. In case you are looking for a template like this, I would like for me to share this template with you for your planning. Do let me know. I will share that with you. Otherwise, this concludes today's video. I hope it was helpful, and hopefully I will be back with some more useful tutorials around Google Ads. If you have any comments, any future video suggestions, feel free to include those in the comment. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day. Bye.